All right, we have a pretty short video on headings and issue statements. So your appellate brief in your argument, you'll have headings. You also have a section near the beginning of your appellate brief that is the issue statement. These two items, headings and issue statements, share some common traits. They are very similar. So first, you want them both to be concise. No more than 4 lines. Second, they should contain the element being correct. So if you have more than one element, you'll have more than one heading or issue statement. Here we have 2 different elements that we're creating in your problem. They should contain key persuasive facts. So we'll see an example of that in a moment. Just a snippet, enough to persuade the reader. All right, so here we have some examples of some issue statements. Again, as I mentioned, you'll have a section of your appellate brief specifically for issue statements. Here's the first one. Whether the search incident to arrest exception applies when police search a felon who stands within reaching distance of a known gun case. So, that search incident to arrest exception is an element. The writer will later be creaking that element in the argument. And so we see here in yellow that language from the element is highlighted. And then in green, we have key facts that are highlighted. Now, you wouldn't want to include these particular key facts if you were the defendant. That wouldn't be a very Jedi Mind-Trick issue statement. But for the prosecution, this tends to suggest that maybe a search incident to arrest is okay. The reader tends to think the answer to this question might be yes. Their second issue, which they would also create in the argument, is whether a gun case marked with a known gun manufacturer logo is a single-purpose container for purposes of a Fourth Amendment exception. So, the second issue that they're arguing, and they can win on either of these, is whether the search falls under the single-purpose container exception. So we see here that's highlighted in yellow. And then again, those key facts, a gun case marked with a known gun manufacturer logo, are highlighted in green. Again, probably not the facts that you would want to hammer on if you represented the defendant in that case. All right, so let's look at some headings. As you can see, the heading is really darn similar to the issue statement. In fact, sometimes you can just take that question and answer it. So the issue statement is a question, the headings are a statement. Again, we see the legal issue, search incident to arrest, along with in green, the key facts. The police had to conduct a search incident to arrest because the felon stood within reaching distance of a known gun case. And then likewise, our second heading is also really similar to that issue statement. Just a few words were changed and deleted. So a gun case marked with a known gun manufacturer logo is a single-purpose container for purposes of a Fourth Amendment exception. Okay, I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday where you're going to write some headings and some issue statements in class. See you soon.